Was Jim Carrey the love of Renée Zellweger's life? Why did her relationship with White Stripes frontman Jack White end? Buckle up, the road down this star's complicated love life is full of twists and turns. The dawn of Renée Zellweger's romantic history takes us to the early 90s. Back then, she was an up-and-coming star making her way into the Hollywood big leagues, with a brief Scream Queen stint in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, alongside fellow Texan Matthew McConaughey. During this period, she was linked to musician Sims Ellison of the band Pariah. According to the Daily Mail, the couple dated for around 5 years, until Zellweger decided to move to Florida without Ellison in 1995. Tragically, Ellison died by suicide that year. In an interview with the Daily Mail, Ellison's mom, Bonnie, reflected on the impact Zellweger had on her son's life, saying, "It was clear that he loved her a lot. Renee was his favorite girlfriend. There were others after her. Sims always had a date, but I never knew their names." Renee spoke at his funeral. "I don't remember what she said, but I'm sure it was wonderful." Bonnie also claims that her son was Zellweger's first true love, telling Radar, "Renee has acknowledged that Sims was her big love. They were deeply in love." Renee says she still has an incredibly fond place in her heart for Sims. Shortly after her relationship with Sims Ellison, Renée Zellweger landed a role in the classic Gen X flick Empire Records. She reportedly hooked up with her co-star Rory Cochrane, and they dated for 2 years.
Shock me with that deviant behavior.
The pair had previously worked together on 1993's Dazed and Confused, in which Zellweger had a fleeting cameo. In fact, legend has it that Cochrane was the one who talked Zellweger into taking on her role in Empire Records, ostensibly launching her Hollywood career. Sadly, little is known about the couple's alleged relationship, but it's undeniable that they co-starred in 2 of the most iconic movies of the early 90s. Renée Zellweger connected with her next love interest at work. Josh Pate and his brother Jonas Pate directed Zellweger in the 1997 film Deceiver, and the set soon heated up. Pate fell in love with the movie's star, and this cliché was not lost on him, as he joked to the Los Angeles Times, "It was the classic young director mistake, fall in love with the leading lady. That's what Tim Roth would say every day. Young man's mistake. We were trying to be professional until Renee rapped. We tried to keep it secret, but everyone knew, all the way down to craft services." In a 1997 interview with Vanity Fair, a then 28-year-old Zellweger gushed about Josh, saying, "It never occurred to me that we would be more than friends. He's convinced that I'm lying when I say that. He says he knew and that I knew subconsciously. He's my age too, which is the first time that's happened." While the couple were reported to still be dating in 1998, it appears that the rendezvous fizzled soon thereafter.
What's always a little scary,
When they starred together in the 2000 comedy Me, Myself, and Irene, Renée Zellweger and Jim Carrey didn't immediately embark on a passionate love affair, though Carrey would certainly have liked things to pan out that way. Director Bobby Farrelly joked to CNN they weren't making out, which is what he wanted to do. Eventually, Zellweger realized that Carrey's love for her was indeed reciprocal, telling CNN, "I went home and I went, God, I do miss him. I loved being around him and really gravitated towards him because we had fun." Noting his girlfriend's differing sensibilities, Carrey quipped to Entertainment Weekly she thinks having a good time is renting a U-Haul and taking furniture to Texas. After just 1 year, the couple called it quits. Sadly, it seems that the pressures of Hollywood took a toll on their relationship. Director of How the Grinch Stole Christmas Ron Howard told People, "In this case, the media attention just heightened the pressure." During an appearance on The Howard Stern Show in 2020, Carrey waxed nostalgic about his time with Zellweger, saying, "She definitely was special to me, very special."
But I do appreciate the people that have come through my life for the good that they gave me.
A year after her breakup with Jim Carrey, Renée Zellweger embarked on a romance with White Stripes frontman Jack White. The pair met on the set of the Oscar-winning flick Cold Mountain, in which White played Zellweger's husband. In 2003, Zellweger and White were involved in a car crash, resulting in catastrophic injuries for the musician, who told NME that his finger had been destroyed in the accident. Alas, the unlikely pairing was not meant to be, and in December 2004, they broke up. At the time, Zellweger's publicist told People, "They remain good friends. No scandal, no new relationships." The following year, a source told the Daily Star that White was still pining for his ex. The insider claimed that White's then-wife, model Karen Ellison, was jealous that her hubby was chatting with Zellweger on the phone. As the source alleged, she knows that although Jack is very fond of her, she will never measure up to Renee, and she's terrified he will rekindle his romance with her. But he assured her the last thing Renee wants right now is another relationship. After White, Renée Zellweger reportedly moved on with another musician, Damien Rice. In 2005, The Mirror highlighted the disparity in Zellweger and Rice's respective personalities, resulting in the musician's hesitancy to attend the Oscars. A source told the paper, Renee feels the time is right to introduce Damien to everyone and really wants him to be her date. But Damien is still deciding if he wants to show up or not. He knows there is likely to be a huge amount of interest in their relationship, and he's a very private person. Ultimately, however, Zellweger attended the ceremony solo. When the Irish Examiner asked Rice about the relationship, the musician denied that he and Zellweger were anything but friends, saying, "I learned a lot from her, and we became very close and sweet new friends. I'm glad I met her." After meeting at a tsunami benefit in January 2005, Renée Zellweger tied the knot with country musician Kenny Chesney that May. A friend told People at the time, she said she's been waiting for all these years for the right person to come into her life. When she met Kenny, she knew. She said she didn't want to wait to find out if it was right. Meanwhile, Chesney was absolutely smitten and said in a statement, "I may well be the luckiest man alive, to be so in love with someone who is so perfect for me. It's just hard to imagine that I'm not going to wake up." Sadly, the pair annulled their marriage just 4 months later. Zellweger cited fraud as the reason she divorced Chesney and told The Advocate, "I feel you devalue yourself as a human being when you share very personal things with a bajillion strangers who are making fun of you. I just don't see that there's any dignity in that." In 2007, Chesney opened up to Anderson Cooper about the annulment.
The only fraud that was committed was me thinking that I knew what it was like, that I really understood what it was like to be married, and I really did.
In 2007, Renée Zellweger was linked to Sir Paul McCartney after the two were seen getting cozy at a Tom Petty concert. A source told regional outlet Boston at the time, Renee smiled and laughed and hung on McCartney's very word. She has a history of dating musicians. There was a major age gap between the pair, with Sir Paul having recently celebrated his 65th birthday, when he was spotted with the then 38-year-old Chicago star. Despite steamy tabloid rumors, Zellweger has remained tight-lipped about the nature of her relationship with the rock legend. Addressing the gossip in an interview with People, she enthused, "I have to say, I'm not disappointed. He's as lovely as I expected. I'm not single, I'm busy." Nevertheless, McCartney denied the story while at the GQ Awards, saying, "We're not dating. We're in the same group of friends, and that's it." In 2009, Page 6 reported that Zellweger, who hadn't been officially linked to anyone since her annulment from Kenny Chesney, was dating news correspondent Dan Abrams. Neither party ever confirmed or denied the rumors. Discussing the unusual pairing of a media reporter and a Hollywood superstar, New York Magazine was incredulous, writing, "If he can date Renée Zellweger like in real life, then we're going to be forced to look long and hard at why we're not dating Bradley Cooper." Having starred together in the 2009 film Case 39, Renée Zellweger and Bradley Cooper reportedly began dating. According to People, Zellweger spent Christmas with Cooper's parents in 2009 and tried to worm her way into the heart of his beloved mom. An insider told the publication, "Bradley's mom is Italian-American, and it was obvious that Renee was making an effort to impress Bradley's mom with Christmas dishes." In 2010, People also reported that the couple were seen taking a gander at Cooper's multi-million-dollar Los Angeles home, with a source telling the outlet that Zellweger planned on moving in. Without naming her, Cooper gushed to E! About his girlfriend in 2010, saying, "I can't say enough about her. I just love her. I loved coming to work. I love acting with her. I can learn so much from her." According to People, the following year, Zellweger ditched her appearance at the Golden Globes to comfort her rumored beau, who sadly lost his father. However, a couple of months later, the two apparently called it quits. A source told Us Weekly, "If I had to pick any possible mistress, it would be Brad's career. He worked really hard to get into leading man status." There's no denying that Renée Zellweger has a thing for musicians. In 2013, Us Weekly reported that she had been dating guitarist Doyle Bramhall II since 2012, though the mag notes that the pair apparently first crossed paths in Texas when they were in their 20s. Chatting with people at a charity event in 2015, Zellweger sweetly said of her boyfriend, "Isn't he cute? He's a very sweet man. I'm very, very happy right now." By far, this romance appears to be the actor's longest relationship on record. Speaking with Us Weekly in 2017, Zellweger waxed lyrically about her long-term beau, exclaiming, "He's a very special person." That year, E! revealed that Zellweger financially supported Bramhall during his divorce. According to court records obtained by the outlet, Zellweger was paying between $4,000 and $5,000 a month for her partner's credit card bills. Unfortunately, by 2019, the pair appeared to have broken up.
It was a combination of a lot of things. Mostly I was bored of myself.
Just like her British alter ego, Bridget Jones, Renée Zellweger has seemingly been searching for her Mr. Darcy, and it seems she may have finally found him. In 2021, Zellweger began dating British TV presenter Anstead, best known for hosting Wheeler Dealers. In June 2021, TMZ reported that there were sparks flying between the unlikely pair, who met during the filming of Celebrity IOU Joyride, which Anstead hosts. The following month, PDA-packed photos of the new couple surfaced. Anstead confirmed the romance on Instagram, where he shared a romantic snap with his new girlfriend. Anstead gushed about how much he enjoys traveling with Zellweger following a trip to New Orleans, telling ET, "We wandered into this little jazz room, and it was really amazing." In another interview with ET, Anstead praised Zellweger's kindness. Anstead was previously married to fellow TV star Christina Hawk, with whom he shares son Hudson. Anstead also has 2 children from a previous relationship. As a result, it seems that Zellweger is happy playing stepmom. Zellweger once told the London Times, "Motherhood has never been an ambition. Perhaps this wholesome blended brood is all she really needs." If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK 8255.